Hello everybody, Chef Joshna here from the Communal Lunch Project, and this is another episode of Ask Joshna, where I answer all of your questions to help you all have a bit more fun in your kitchens. I'm here in my kitchen. I'm actually doing a bit of a clean down today, but I've got two questions that came in from you that we're going to answer together. The first question is, this is a great one, what healthy options are there for students who fear cooking and how to master the skills? That's a mega question. And so I feel like we need to have a little bit of a conversation to really answer this properly. My first question back is, what is most fearful about cooking? In my experience, and I teach a whole bunch of classes, there's two things that people are generally afraid of. The biggest fear by far seems to be just messing it up, right? People are really afraid of messing it up, of having to waste ingredients, of having, a dismal sort of not successful time in the kitchen. That seems to be the biggest fear. And then I have a lot of people who are really just worried about cutting their fingers, right? And hurting themselves. So the truth is, if you're careful and if you use a good sharp knife, you're likely not going to cut yourself. So let's get back to this fear of cooking and the fear of messing it up. I would like to encourage you all to just embrace the idea that you're going to mess it up. I mess it up often, and I have started posting things that I mess up on my Instagram feed because I don't want everybody to think that just beautiful things come out of my kitchen. I mess it up all the time, and that's just part of it. And it's okay. It's too bad, and it's unfortunate when you waste ingredients that you've spent nice money on. But it happens, and the most important thing is for you to learn what happened and what went wrong so that you don't do it again the next time. But it's really, really important to just jump in, right? You're going to mess up. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not all going to work right. But the only way to learn is to just get in there and try. And so one of the things I thought might be helpful is for me to suggest some of the recipes for you to look up, or some of the ways that you can start. Some of sort of like easy points of entry that I think will be doable and successful enough to get you excited to keep going, right? Because that's what we really want to do. So, first things first, I really think you should invest in learning how to cook yourself some eggs. Eggs is a low risk, really simple, easy thing to do. You can go full force about learning how to make an omelet, but start with scrambled eggs. Learn how to make fluffy stuff. Learn how the fat moves around the pan, how the eggs swirl, how heat is distributed. So look up recipes for scrambled eggs, right? And from a reputable source like America's Test Kitchen or Civil Eats or something like that. And I can potentially do one or two of these for you as well. Eggs are one. Learn how to make a great grilled cheese sandwich. You will be fed forever, right? Grilled cheese sandwiches are amazing. And if you learn the basic principles of how to put one together, nice and easy. Also simply a pasta, right? A pasta that is just, there's this beautiful pasta called olio aglio, which is oil and garlic, right? And essentially you get a bit of olive oil in a pan, you toast up some slices of garlic, you can add crushed chilies in there if you like, and then separately you're boiling your pasta and make it like long fettuccine kind of swoopy pasta. And you essentially add the cooked pasta to your warmed oil with garlic. And here's the trick, is a little bit of pasta water. The starchiness from the pasta water mixes with the fat, the olive oil in your sauce, and makes the most beautiful thing happen. I'm listing all these dishes because they're the ones that I'd like to send you to go research or to just find recipes for and to jump in and start. They're easy to make. They are made with things that are generally around your house already. A saute pan, a little soup pot to boil some pasta in, and a board and a knife. Really easy. So invest in eggs, scrambled eggs first. Then you can go to omelets and fried eggs. Learn how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. And learn how to make a simple olio aglio pasta. Really, it's just olive oil, garlic, and chilies, and a bit of pasta water. Start there, try those out, perfect those, and then you move on to the next. Once you have a killer grilled cheese, then you learn how to make a stuffed grilled cheese, and you learn how to make the delicious things that can go into that sandwich, right? It grows and grows and grows slowly. So just know that your relationship with the kitchen is a long one, right? You're going to eat for the rest of your life. So I really would recommend you taking the time to invest in this relationship so that time in this place is joyful. And when you're in here, you see things that are exciting you and that you just want to cook and feed yourself. But much like very smart Malcolm Gladwell says, you got to spend some time. You got to cultivate some intuition and some knowledge, right? I tell people over and over and over again, the reason it looks like I know everything about the kitchen is because I put in hours, right? Malcolm Gladwell talks about 10,000 hours to master something. That's what we're talking about here, right? It's an investment. We're going to eat for the rest of our lives. So why not learn how to do that well? Okay. Thank you for that question. The next question was, what is the easiest chicken recipe? Now, seems like a simple enough question, but it's actually quite complicated because easy to who and how do you want to cook the chicken, right? So what I thought I'd do was just kind of toss out a few things, right? I'm imagining easy is about simple and about quick, yeah? So what I want to suggest is you just make friends with the idea of roasting or sauteing a chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast, or boneless, skinless chicken thighs. That's a great entryway in before you start having to handle a whole bird, because that can be overwhelming at the start. So if you get, in a grocery store, you can get chicken breast. What I like to do is rub them with olive oil, season with salt and pepper. Put them on a parchment paper lined or foil lined baking tray and put that in a preheated 400-degree oven. Make sure your oven is preheated because then you get maximum heat and even cooking. And 20 minutes later, your chicken breast will be cooked. People really often overcook chicken because they're really concerned about the potential development of bacteria and salmonella. But 20 minutes at 400, an average chicken breast will be cooked. And you know it's cooked when you can thermometer for sure and test the temperature, but you can also test by poking at the thickest part of the chicken breast. And you should, on your hand, you see right here when you poke it, there is resistance. It does not take my hand. That is a cooked piece of meat, right? Whereas if it was slack, you see how this thing really takes my finger in, right? So if your chicken breast is doing this and sort of bouncing back at you after 20 minutes at 400, you're cooked. You're good to go. Chicken thighs may take a bit longer. Dark meat sometimes takes longer. But the reason I'm walking you through this is that this is a simple way to cook this chicken. Then you have it. You have it in the fridge. You can chop it up. You can put it in chicken salad. It can get sauteed with other vegetables for a quick little rice bowl or something nice like that. You can put it in a burrito or in some tacos. You can make a casserole with it. Cooked chicken really goes a long, long way. So why don't you start there? Get yourself some boneless, skinless stuff, thighs or breasts, olive oil, salt and pepper, 400 degrees, 20 minutes. Let it cool. Then the world is your oyster at that point, and you have lots and lots of choices. Start there. Then we can move into stuff with bones and whole birds and all that kind of stuff. And just please remember to be very careful when you are touching the chicken. Do not touch anything else, right? Don't grab the knob of a door handle or something, because you have all that raw chickeniness, which has the potential to transfer really, really harmful bacteria. So do all of your chicken prep, wash everything down, and then get back at it. Okay, everyone. Thank you for those questions. These were longer answers, but I love the interest. These will be posted this week, and then on Friday we'll do another cast out for our Ask Joshna in 2 weeks from now. Make sure you join us next Wednesday. I'm doing my second cook-along, and we're making delicious North Indian food that is from my family, which I'm really excited about. So next Wednesday will be our cook-along. But once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of our community. And I hope you all have learned a few things to have a bit more fun in your kitchen. All right, everyone. Have a good week. See you soon.